What's up guys, Romsicle here, and today we're going to be turning our ordinary Yeezy V2 outsoles into completely protected soles using a DIY sole shield so that you can wear your shoes and keep the soles clean at the same time. And as you can see, there's a layer of clear vinyl on the outsole along with some clear grip tape to make sure you don't slip. And today I'm taking you through the step-by-step process of creating them through the first person point of view. Let's go. So here are the 5 materials you're going to need. A heat gun, a clear vinyl wrap with a minimum of 6-inch width, clear grip tape or clear skateboard tape, scissors, and a sharp X-Acto knife. You can use a blow dryer as well, but a heat gun will give you the best results. And everything you need in this DIY kit is linked in the description down below, so check it out. And the reason we want to do this ourselves is because it's way cheaper than Reshoevn8or's sole shields, which are $25 for a pair of shoes. So let's do the math here. For one pair, it's $25, so for 10 pairs, that's $250. But with this DIY kit, a clear vinyl roll that's 6 inches by 72 inches is $24, with the grip tape being only $10. However, that vinyl roll will give you 3 pairs of sole shields, while the grip tape will accompany at least 20 pairs. So with this DIY kit, you're getting an equivalent of 12 pairs of sole shields for just a little over $100. That's almost $200 in savings. That is huge. Step 1 is measuring how much vinyl wrap you need. Place your shoe onto the paper side of the roll, then leave around 1 centimeter from the wrap edge to the heel of the shoe to give yourself a little bit of room. To make things easier, push the toe down and see where it ends and make a mark. You can then cut the sheet so it's easier to work with. Next, you want to get a pen and trace the shoe over the piece of paper. You want to trace it with the pen being perpendicular because you want to get as much excess vinyl wrap as possible. Then cut the trace out, and a big tip is to leave more than what you actually need. And technically, you don't even need to cut it right now because we're gonna trim it down later at the end anyways. Okay, now we can get to the main details. Step 2 is to wipe down the shoe with some wipes. You can use wet wipes or isopropyl alcohol wipes from screen protectors to clean it down. Even if it's dead stock like these are, it's a good idea to clean the surface before applying anything. After the soles are completely dry, just dust off any potential particles and we can start wrapping the shoe. When applying the clear vinyl, you can go slow. Make sure there's a bit more to the edges because we're gonna need it later. Start from the heel and move your way up. And the tack level of the vinyl is pretty low, so you can pull off and adjust as much as you want, but of course, the less the better. Do a light pat down so that most of the sole has the clear vinyl on it. Next is using the heat gun. Put it at the lowest settings and hit the vinyl. Move the gun in circles and keep a distance of around 3 to 4 inches so you don't burn the rubber. As the vinyl gets hit with heat, it will soften up and it will make it easy to stretch and get into the crevices of the sole. For this part, you can use a towel or just use your fingers to press the vinyl down onto the sole. And the reason for the towel is because it might be too hot to touch. The technique is to pat down small sections one at a time. If you press down and swipe too quickly, you'll get these folds and you don't want that. Go slow and pat down so that the vinyl forms to the sole's textures. You can see here how the sole pattern is now visible through the vinyl wrap. You should be able to see all the edges of the sole if you do it correctly. And if there are any air bubbles, just heat up the vinyl again and press down firmly. Continue to do this for the entire shoe. The key is to not rush. A good sole shield cover will take around 30 minutes to an hour per shoe, depending on how perfect you want the soles to stick. As you complete the sole shield, when you hit the sole with light, you should literally see every bump of the sole. And unfortunately, you can't get into the smaller holes, but it's not going to matter here. Okay, so now that the sole is complete, we now have the sides to deal with, and this is where we use the X-Acto knife. The sharper the knife, the easier it is. What we're going to do is completely cover the outer sole with the vinyl and then cut into the rubber where there's the gap that separates the midsole and the outsole. At this point, you'll either be okay with doing this, or you can just cut the sole shield to cover just the bottom with your scissors. But if you're down to cut a little bit into the gap, let's move on. What we're doing is not going to cut into the rubber sole, but it's using that gap between the midsole and the outer sole to make cutting the vinyl a lot easier to conform to the outsole's shape. When you cut the vinyl, make sure it's cooled down because heated vinyl will be harder to cut because it stretches. Cutting will take a lot of time and patience because you don't want to damage the sole. We're just gonna cut all the sides and leave the toe box and the heel because that's the next part. So after you're done trimming all the sides off and you're satisfied, heat up the edges to make sure that they're sticking to the sole completely with no gaps or bubbles. Next, bring out a Sharpie. We want to cut off the tip and the heel now. We want to round off the sole shield to be the same shape as the outsole. So draw out a line that would connect the gap between the two edges, and draw it a little higher than the actual sole shield will be so that when you can cut on the inside of the outline so that there's no Sharpie and it just becomes a clean cut. It's the exact same for both the heel and the toe, so just make sure when you're cutting the sole shield, make the outline a little bit bigger than the actual cutting. And after you're finished cutting and you're satisfied, take your heat gun once again so the vinyl can be completely bonded to the sole with no gaps. So after you're done cutting up the vinyl to match the shape of the outsole, you want to take your heat gun once again and spread some heat around and then press firmly on the heel. This is because the heel is the first point of contact of the shoe to the ground, so you really want to make sure that this part is very secure, because if it's not secure, it's just going to flap around and it's going to get removed very easily by the ground, and you don't want that. The toe side is a little more lenient when it comes to this, but it is still important to make sure that it is adhering to the surface of the sole securely. And once those are complete, it's on to the final step, the grip tape. And because the sole shields make the shoe slippery, you have to add grip tape so you don't slip and die. Remember when we separated the vinyl off the paper? We're going to be using that same exact paper again for this. Take the paper and make two traces, one for the heel and one for the toe portion. Since there's a lot of grip tape, you can use as much as you want, the more the better. Here's a tricky section. To cut the grip tape for the left foot, you need to use the right foot silhouette because the tape ends up being flipped. I did the left shoe first and ended up with this piece that sticks onto the right foot, so just keep in mind which side is going to be stuck and just do the opposite direction. After cutting all the pieces to your specific sizes, you can now paste it onto the sole. You also need to heat this tape up with the heat gun so it properly adheres to the vinyl. This will take a bit more effort because it's a tougher material to form, but it's the exact same technique as you did with the vinyl wrap. And just like the vinyl, you should be able to see when it's finished. For the grip tape, you can cut it however you want it. You can do the entire outsole, you can do two pieces like I did, two specific shapes or two rectangle strips, it's all up to you. But the main thing is to really go ham on the heat gun for these ones because it is a harder material for it to mold into the outsole, and you really want to check up on it after a couple hours to see whether it's lifted or not, because this grip is going to be your grip for the shoe from now on with this sole shield, so you have to make sure it's working properly. And after you finish all those steps with both your shoes, congratulations, you now have a set of DIY sole shields for the low price of $8.83 instead of $25. You can now wear your shoes outside without dirtying your soles. And after a while, after it gets really dirty, you can take the vinyl wrap off and replace it with a new one, and your soles will still remain dead stock. Hope this video helped you guys out. If it did, click that like button, subscribe to the channel, and press that bell to see notifications of when I post a new video. If you have any questions, just comment them down below and I'll be glad to help. Here are some final tips that I want to share with you guys so that if you end up doing this project, you're not wasting your time. Number one is to always have excess vinyl wrap. It's crucial to have extra than to not have enough wrap. This is important when we're trying to trim the sole shield between the mid and the outer sole. If you don't have enough, you'll end up with rubber that's being revealed and it's just not a clean aesthetic job. Number two is to use the lowest heat settings. The heat gun is equivalent to a fire. The closer you get, the higher the chances of burning and melting the material. So go slow, use the lowest heat setting, and keep your distance. Number three is to always heat up the vinyl after finishing a step. I've said this a bunch of times in the video, but if it doesn't stick properly, it's gonna fall off easily and it'll be a waste of time for you, and you want this to last for as long as possible to keep your soles clean. Number four is the checkup. Although we may be satisfied after finishing, you want to make sure that the vinyl is actually lasting. This is mostly for the grip tape because it's such a hard material and won't conform to the sole shape easily unless you really take the time to push down each section. That's all, hope this helps, and good luck if you're gonna do this with this guide because it's really gonna help you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.